Prediction time. Who will exceed expectations? Who will fall below expectations? And who to watch as wild cards? It's all ahead on the big show today on Locked On Golden Knights.
Your Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Tony Cardasco along with Chris Golick from Las Vegas. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. And of course, make sure to subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. I am a longtime sportscaster, marketing consultant, and the host of the Believe in Vegas podcast. Chris is the owner of Silver State Cards, Sports and Cards, and the collectibles editor for the Hockey News. Coming up ahead on today's show, we're going to talk about expectation levels. In the first segment, who might exceed expectations, who might fall short of goals this upcoming season that we have set, and who might surprise us all. It's all ahead right here on this edition. First, players that we feel might exceed expectations. And I'm going to start off up top. And a player that I think is going to improve statistically with a new offense and everything else is Jack Eichel. I think, and also he prospers with the addition of Mitch Marner as his teammate, whether he's on that top line with him or more attention Marner will draw on the second line. And I have a feeling that Jack gets his first 100-point season of his career. Yeah, let's knock on wood. He stays healthy, but I think Eichel is a player that will exceed expectations. I'm going to give you three players, I think, in each category, Chris. So I set some guidelines.
Yeah, I did the same thing, actually. It's funny we even talk about that. I did the same thing. So Eichel, I'm with you. I just don't have him as someone that I think is going to exceed expectations because I think his expectations are anywhere from 90 to 103 points. And I don't think if he gets 103 points, that's necessarily exceeding expectations. It's a great elite type season. For Eichel to surprise me and exceed expectations, he would probably need to get like 110 points. That's just my feelings on Eichel. That's all.
Yeah, and then I've got Shea Theodore, number two. Well, not in any numerical order or whatever, but Shea Theodore, if he doesn't get injured like last season, and if he can stay healthy after the Olympic Games, it's crazy, but I really feel as though he can exceed 57 points because he missed 15 games last season. And I think that he can pick up some of Alex Petrangelo's 33 points that are going to be missing. I tried to take a look at, all the numbers and statistics. And yes, they will have to replace some points from Alex Petrangelo's upcoming season. That's a reality.
Theodore is the top person on my list to exceed expectations, injury pending, of course. Going back to the 22-23 season, 55 games, 41 points. 23-24 season, just 47 games, but 42 points. 24-25 season, 67 games, 57 points. We're talking about a player that you can easily pencil in for 70 points if he can play a full 82-game season. You get to that 70-point level, all of a sudden your name is talked about in Norris circles and things like that. And I have talked about Theodore for probably the last 4 years now being a dark horse Norris candidate, health pending, of course. But I'm with you on Theodore to exceed expectations. Maybe not the points expectations, but get out there for more than 67 regular season games.
Yeah, that would be a huge bonus for VGK. And then I went with my third selection. I went with a player that I feel, again, with Alex Pietrangelo not there, a little build-up. With Alex Pietrangelo not there, I think his game might get a little bit better, and that is Noah Hanifin, believe it or not. So I don't think that he can score less than 39 points. I feel that he will exceed all the expectations, but the key here for Hanifin is a fast start because remember this past season, Chris, like he got off to a horrendous start, if my memory serves me correctly. and he just wasn't able to regroup and come back and really get into a rhythm. So I think Hannafin, I think we can expect a better game out of him this upcoming season. He was not good. He was not good for a major part of last season, and they're going to rely on him. Again, there's 33 points out there. Who's going to pick up those points to help out VGK, especially from the blue liner position?
Cassie did a great job breaking down one of the possible issues with Noah Hannafin, and that was the fact that he got less touches a lot of the time last year because he was not on the power play one for the majority of the season. That didn't last too long until Theodore was able to bump him off of that spot. And then a lot of times you didn't have him on that top D pairing. You had him in the second pairing and things like that. So his minutes lessened. He's definitely going to get more minutes, definitely going to get more touches on the puck. And as Coach Cassidy said, sometimes that is the difference maker in someone's game getting better. Two players that I had on my list for exceed expectations, Dorofeev. I think Dorofiev's expectations are high, and I think he's going to shatter them this season. Dorofeev spent most of his season not on a line with an elite passer in Jack Eichel. Dorofeev this year, most likely, again, we'll see how it shakes out, but most likely he's going to play half or more of his regular season games with Eichel or Marner, or Eichel and Marner on the same line. So I think his 5-on-5 goals are going to go up a lot while his power play goals stay steady. And then exceed expectations, William Karlsson. I know Tony doesn't want to hear that, but I think William Karlsson especially
I could get more than 9 goals in a season.
Well, there you go.
League.
I got 2 goals yesterday morning, so maybe I can do that too. No, but listen, with William Karlsson, we've seen a 40-goal upside.
He was under consideration. He's got to have a much. I think Marner's addition helps him out, no doubt.
Of course, no doubt. And if they do find themselves on the same forward line, which I would love to see, I think that could really ignite Karlsson's upside as a scorer. We've seen a 40-plus goal season. We've seen a 30-30 season out of William Karlsson. You throw Mitch Marner on a line with him, his offensive numbers are going to prosper, while that line is one of the most difficult forward lines to play against in the NHL on the defensive side.
See, I'm not quite sure, again, coming off of a season, was that season flukish, for Dorofeev?
He was hurt.
No, for Dorofeev.
Tammy wasn't chilling the entire season.
I said Dorofeev.
Oh, Dorofeev.
Yeah. Stay with right there. Yeah. I don't know. Again, out of the chute, a lot of things have to happen, a lot of positives for him to get that many goals. And it's a question mark to me. I'm not saying good or bad.
No, it's a fair question mark. It's a very fair question. It is.
Yeah. And I think, again, for Dorofeev, though, if he is on a line with Marner and Eichel, then watch out because – yes, he could smash.
He might score 60.
35 goals. Exactly. He could be a player. And Nate, I don't know if he's more motivated because he doesn't have the bag secured just yet, or what his feelings might be. If he has a chip on his shoulder, if they're going to get something done prior to the start of the season or what. So all those factors combined, it's a question mark to me on how he follows up a big season, a season ago.
There's a little bit of pressure for Dorofeev, and there certainly should be. You never want to be known as a one and done, a one-hit O-neater for my movie fans out there. I'm sure you understand what that means. But you never want to be known as a one-hit wonder in the NHL. We've seen a few come and go, obviously. And again, Dorofeev, the upside, like the contract matters with Dorofeev too. I mean, I'm sure it's on the back of his mind. I think he's RFA for 2, if not even 3 more seasons, something weird like that. It's at least 2 more seasons of RFA. That doesn't mean the Golden Knights can't offer him a big contract, 6, 7, 8-year deal, 8-year deal before the new CBA kicks in, obviously. And they can work out some type of massive extension. It certainly can happen. Kelly McCrimmon, I think, is going to wait that out unless Dorofeev agreed to a $5 million AAV for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You sign him right away, but that would not be a good contract for Dorofeev to sign. But you saw the deal that Brett Howden signed, so you never know what the mindset is of some of these youngsters.
Yeah, and again, back to Shea Theodore. I think he could have a banner season, and things really start to click on the power play unit when he came back and was the QB there, QB1.
Assuming he's the QB. That's the other thing. Theodore might not be the QB of the power play.
He will be the QB.
It might be Marner.
No, I think that they really like the way he just moved the puck, and I think it'll be
I agree.
pretty good. And then the more that I dig into to that power play unit, I think Hurdle, you can't, when you look at numbers statistically, you can't leave him off. Coming up
No.
next, who might fall short of expectations? We'll get to that as we return on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? It's a daily occurrence in the
Money.
Tasco. In the Tasco household. Bye-bye. I could just see like little birdies taking your money and flying away. Okay, we switched over there. So between dining out, Cardasco, of course, with his obsession to online shopping, entertainment, whatever. This is Vegas, and money really does fly. It is so easy to lose track. And that's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO. It gives you full visibility and control over all of your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. It's a great tool to utilize because you can track all of your accounts, your investments, and your spending all on one app. So it's pretty cool. And now you need to budget smarter and you can save more. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch to check on all your finances, to track your spending. And then you can also have long-term goals and you could see those through. So take control of all your finances today with Monarch Money. Use Locked On NHL, the promo code for 50% off of your first year. And that is at monarchmoney.com. Go to monarchmoney.com today and use that promo code Locked On NHL, and you'll get 50% off of your first year. Welcome back on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick reporting from Las Vegas. We appreciate you making us your first listen every day. Of course, find us wherever you get your podcasts. Please subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. Fridays are WTF Day around here. And then Saturdays, sometimes we've got the Chris and Chris.
He'll be coming back when the season gets closer. He'll be coming back.
Show.
Chris likes it.
So, who will fall below expectations? That first segment just flew by. I was like, whoa, all of a sudden, man, we're out of time.
As does life.
Such is life. Below expectations, 2 goals. 2 goals for Golick. You exceeded expectations yesterday. 2 goals.
What'd I do?
2 goals you said you scored.
Ah, yes.
Where were they from? Where were they from?
First one was
huge. You're huge in net front presence.
First one was a quick release from the high slot on a drop pass.
Really?
And then the second one was my butt right in front of the net and just a little tap.
I was going to say, big old booty. Who are we talking about with the big old booty? Kolesar.
No one's moving me there.
Okay. And speaking of Kolesar, so I've got Keegan Kolesar.
Wow.
He had 30 points
and
last
Kolesar's
season.
the one who said that a while back. That's the tagline there. He said that himself in a post-game presser.
He said that he had a big old booty. I forgot how that transpired.
Yeah.
He did say that. Okay. So Kolesar, 30 points last season. No way he exceeds 30 points this season. And so I have to say he might fall a little bit short of expectations.
I mean, I don't know if Kolesar has expectations. And again, it's not a knock. He's on the fourth line. Like, how much can you expect? Now, Kolesar did play up and down the lineup last year with injuries. He does have that ability.
Was he on the top line one night, a couple nights? He was, remember?
In preseason. I mean, to be fair, Tony, in 21-22, Kolesar had 77 games and 24 points, 18 points last 2 seasons. So, I mean, I don't know. His expectations are probably realistically 25, 26 points. And I think you can pencil him in for that range. So I think we're safe there. My first one for falling short of expectations, I'm going Mark Stone, actually. Mark Stone.
I'm in sync with you there. Go ahead.
Yeah, when it comes to Mark Stone, there's so many questions about the health and everything, and you do have him likely on the Team Canada roster and everything, so that's more mileage, more intense games and things like that. To Stone's credit, he did get 66 games last season, 56 prior, so we're trending in the right direction. Point per game player, basically, in his last two seasons, and he's been over a point per game player. Just at some point, at the 33-year-old, I just think there has to be some level of breakdown. That doesn't mean he's not going to have a productive season by any means, but I don't think we're going to see a point per game version of Mark Stone.
I am with you on Mark Stone. Second leading scorer this past season, which I think kind of quietly, right? With 67 total points in 66 games, wasn't he? Overall, I think, wasn't he?
You are right. No, that caught me off guard, honestly. That caught me off
man.
guard. 94 for Eichel,
it.
6. It caught me off guard because you were right, number one. But
Yeah,
no, number
once.
two, I would have taken a while to even mention Mark Stone's name if you would have asked me on the spot who the top 3 scorers were for the Golden Knights last year.
Yeah, quietly. That's very quiet, right? He did that. And I think he should benefit for some time there with Marner. Of course, we just are gaga over Mitch Marner because he should make everyone around him better.
To him.
Yeah, we'd give him a day. Will Stone be an Olympian? Will he stick,
Oh, yeah.
you think, on that final roster? Okay, that concerns me, that wear and tear factor. And at times, even last season, he looked like he was starting to break down, to me, just my own personal opinion, and especially after 4 Nations. So, we're just going to leave it up to the players and see if they want to play or not. That's a major factor. If he plays in the Olympics, comes back, I think he's going to be laboring late in the season. And a point-a-game player, though, 67 points, 66 games. But again, he's 33 years old. He's had the back issue. He's had the spleen issue. And I don't know how much longer. I'm with you, Chris. I just don't know how much more he has mileage-wise, on his body. His body health is my biggest concern.
He's been through it all, and he's given his body to the game.
Yeah, my biggest concern. Who would you have thought number 2? Dorofeev, Hurdle?
No, I mean, Hurdle didn't make any of my list. No, Brandon Saad.
No. I'm saying as far as scoring.
Sorry. Oh, scoring. I'm sorry. I probably would have said Dorofeev. I probably might have said Theodore. I might have said Hurdle, who was 3, I believe. And then at some point, the light might have gone on when we got to that.
Your boy Dorofeev is a puck hog because, look, he needs more assist. Okay, go ahead.
Brandon Saad is my next one.
He was on my list originally. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not excited about
what
Brandon
are the expectations for him to fall short?
I mean, listen, and that's fair. I mean, listen, I think his expectations should be about a 40-point season, 15 and 25, 20, whatever, however it works out. But a 40-point season, I think, is the expectation. I don't know. For some reason, I'm seeing like a 25-point season, like 18 goals and like 7 assists. And it's just
did he have this past year? He wasn't even there.
Well, he 14 points in 29 games for the Golden Knights, 16 points in 43 games for the Blues, 30 over 72 games when he missed a little bit of the season. So, I mean, fine. Like I said, 40 is probably where he needs to be, and I just see him getting 25 points.
But if he gives VGK 30 points, that's pretty big, I think.
For $2 million, I don't know if that's good enough, Tony. I don't know if that's good enough to keep Brett Howden out of that third line spots.
Interesting.
That's the totality of this, I think, in my opinion.
My next player is aforementioned Brett Howden. I had Howden on my list because, let's face it here, okay, he had adversity, a lot of things going on in his life, but at the end of the day, it was a contract year. And we had all those stories about him and Karlsson out there skating after the season was over, getting better, improving their bodies, better diet, especially for Karlsson, cut down on the burritos and all that. But again, at the end of the day, Chris, it's a fluke season with 40 points, I believe, for Brett Howden. There's no way that he can replicate. Let's see how he responds. Maybe I'm off kilter here. I just don't know that he can put up 40 points a game. And with it not being a contract year, I say no. That motivates players, as we've seen in the past. And I'm just not there with him.
It is a fluke season because it's the first time he's done it, and it takes doing it 2 or 3 times to make it become that's who the player is. And I think with Howden, he's up against 2 things. One, he is he's really up against the fact that he's penciled for that 4th line likely out of camp. Although I would love to see him in a top 6 regular role. There's just not enough room right there. That's my perspective on Howden real fast. I might be talking about him in the third segment too. Real fast to fall short, I think Korczak. And again, this is not anything negative against Korczak. People are going to look at him as a 3-point whatever $1 million defenseman right out of the chute. I don't think he's there yet. Will he grow into that role in the life of the contract? Yes. This season, it's a tough expectation to exceed.
Coming up next, who might surprise us this upcoming season? We'll get to that as we return on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights. Welcome back on Locked On Golden Knights. You see me there. Turn the page to segment 3. You see that? All right.
You turned the napkin?
I did turn the napkin there. You're asking me, you sending me memes with napkins and stuff yesterday. That's awesome. This guy was feeling it yesterday. 2-goal day. No assist though, right? You don't give up.
I think there was one. No, I think there was one assist. No, I like the assist. I take pride.
How many goals overall were scored? Did you play with a goalie or did you?
No, we have 2 goalies out there. It was probably like an 8-6 type of game or something like that over an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, and like how did you play? Like periods in time?
No. We just keep it. No clock, no nothing. Just drop the puck and go. And someone scores, it's like basketball. Take it back, and the other team gets the puck. Or if someone goes offsides or ices it, everyone just kind of stops for a second. It was actually the pace was good. It was actually a lot better players out there. So I was able to kind of find some soft areas of the ice, and hopefully I'll fumble a pass, which I did way too much of. But we're getting better. We're getting better.
We appreciate everyone tuning in, especially our everydayers. Please subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. So the wild cards, I call this segment, and you left off with Caden Korczak, and he's a wild card. I just think an unknown quantity right now. Can he double the amount of games played? Biggest question, from 40 to 80-ish, around there. Can he pick up some again of Pietrangelo's points? To me, I started looking and doing a deeper dive into the defense, and there's 33 points out there that they have to make up. Not a ton of points, but where will that scoring come from? And will we see chemistry with Korczak? It's a different role. It's more games. And, he could have been on my falling short of expectations. But to me, Chris, I think he's a wild card more so.
No, it's very, 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 very fair that he's a wild card. And again, I think his expectations are just too high based on his contract, which is why I put him in the second segment instead of this one. We've seen a little bit of a scoring touch from Korczak. You see his physicality, you see his mobility. There's a lot of great things about his game that we're going to see on display. Only played 40-ish games last year due to 40. Really a relatively healthy year, although Pietrangelo spent a lot of the year laboring, but getting through it and getting out there and playing. So it will be interesting to see how Korczak responds to a full body of work as far as the preparation of knowing who your likely deep pairing is, your partner is for most of the season. So this is where you really get to see the growth of Korczak as a hockey player and as a professional athlete, really just becoming a professional everyday NHL player. First player for me, wild card / someone I think that could exceed, I think Barbashev. Barbashev kind of quiet, like 51 points last year, 45 before. It was 51 points in 70 games. Now, a lot of those points came early when that top line of Barbashev, Stone, and Eichel was absolutely unstoppable for the first 7 or 8 games. Again, you're adding Mitch Marner to this lineup. Barbashev likely remains in the top 6. So Barbashev is going to have a lot of soft ice out there. I think we could see a scoring uptick. Maybe he can exceed his 26 goals in the 21-22 season with the Blues.
I think for Barbashev, he has to find a home. So his home base, which line will he be playing on? You can't move him around in the lineup and expect him to be playing at a higher level.
He's really not a player that's comfortable moving around the lineup, it seems like. That's actually it's a good observation. There really is.
No, he did not seem comfortable like night to night there where they're moving him around. And back to Korczak, I think that this is a baton, if you will, and this is Pietrangelo passing the baton.
Like John Cena to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. There you go. There you go, Atrim. I know Atrim, one of my whatnot buyers. He watches the show every day. We talk wrestling too. So there you go, Atrim.
But Petro passes the torch to Korczak, and that's added pressure in my book. I think that's added pressure, right? Like,
of course.
We'll see how he responds there. Another one of my wild cards, Colton Sissons, fourth line player.
No one's even talking about him. I think he's going to be great. No one's even
Yeah.
talking about him. He didn't make any of my lists, but yeah.
Well, that's why I'm the head of the Wild Card Society. Colton Sissons, a fourth line player. What is his role, and can he
win faceoffs
again?
Get on
Can he
base.
exceed? Can he exceed? The job that Nick Waugh did. Again, he's so big in the faceoff circle. I think he's more. How does he fit in on that identity line? I think it's a big question mark there. And I think that he's a player. I think he's going to, I almost put him in exceeding expectations, because I don't think that there are very many expectations on Colton Sissons, who they got in that deal from Nashville. I like the guy, and I think he's going to be a wild card, and I think he's going to fit in quite well.
I'm with you. I didn't put him on my list because I didn't think about him. He's a player I'm not even thinking about, honestly. And what I like about him, like I made the Moneyball joke, or Moneyball reference a
every
moment
day.
ago.
Every day
he gets
you make
on
that
base.
reference.
Gets on base, right? He's gonna do the little things right. He's gonna be probably an out of sight, out of mind type of player that's gonna play himself into the lineup every single day, and he understands his role, and I think he's going to be great. Brett Howden, I do have in my wild card / exceed. I'm bullish on Brett Howden. I'm going to be on a fantasy hockey podcast later today. I don't know if it'll air today, but Brett Howden will be a very key point of our conversation, I think. So I think Howden exceeds any expectation. I think he sets another career high in goals, and I really think we're going to see just a coming out party, if you will, for Brett Howden as a possible 30-goal scorer in the National Hockey League.
Oh, boy. So you recorded another podcast, but we haven't seen anything. They posted that podcast.
Oh, that's coming out this week. Yeah, good call.
Okay.
No, it was a season preview. It'll be on the
season preview
national channel. But yeah, but they're doing it like they're doing them early in the off season. So yeah, should be coming out like this week. Good
okay,
call.
And then what is this fantasy podcast? Is that a Locked On?
Oh no, it's not Locked On. No, it's something else. I only have the information in front of me. I forgot I was doing it. So send me an email.
But you'll be posting it, right? So that
yeah. I'll be posting or I'll be tagged, one of the two.
All right, just so the fans can check that out, because that's
if you're into fantasy, I love fantasy football. I could give a good perspective on fantasy hockey. I just don't participate enough in it to be that good of a resource, but I can at least talk you through who's, stuff like that. Real fast, I got one more on my side.
Okay.
Who's going to exceed? Akira, Tony.
He's on my list.
Schmidt. Did I do it? I did. That's why I jumped.
He's a wild card.
He's probably on your list.
Hips don't lie.
I'm not high on Schmidt. I have not been excited about him, but this is just where my trust in Kelly McCrimmon is going to come in. And McCrimmon picked him up for a reason, whether it's the goalie coach, whether it's who cares? He's on this team for a reason. The Golden Knights have not prioritized going after a vet, although there's still time left to do so. So if the Golden Knights have faith in Akira Schmid, that's good enough for me. I know in Henderson, I dogged him. I said he was the second best goalie in Henderson. I will stand by those words, but I will also trust Kelly McCrimmon. And if he thinks Akira Schmid can give 32-ish, what's the word I'm looking for? Efficient starts. Efficient starts. Okay. Efficient starts. Then that's great.
Okay. I just when Kelly McCrimmon's reaction was meh, he did like that, like some sort of.
That's like reaction. The Dave Watts that he runs. I saw you talk. He's got a hip. Got a hip.
Akira Schmid, when that was McCrimmon's reaction.
I hope he watches that late into the show. He'll love that. Any Bears fan
stay with us, of course. Does VGK, again, have this player that can play that many games? Is he a 30-game goalie? That's the biggest issue. And we haven't talked. Another wild.
He's never
card.
done that in the NHL yet.
No.
Most is 19 games.
No,
where he posted an .895 save percentage and only 5 starts with the Golden Knights last year.
We will see.
5 appearances.
Another wild card is Carl Lindbaum. That's a wild card extraordinaire.
I'm telling you, Lindbaum could wind up outstarting Schmid this year.
You think
there's a possibility. Don't get me wrong. And I know I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth right now, not the other part of my body. But I'm simply trusting McCrimmon when it comes to Schmid. That's all. But if Lindbaum played his way into this lineup, that would surprise no one on this podcast.
But McCrimmon has no trust in Schmid. It's obvious. So it's going to be real interesting. They
Surprised
might make a
McCrimmon even knew
move.
his name.
He didn't know his name.
I mean, he's got more. He knows who Schmidt. He didn't know who Patera was. Or that was Cassidy.
That was the other guy. That was the other guy. We appreciate everyone tuning in, and thank you so much. And of course, we'll be back again on Thursday officially. If something breaks, we'll be back tomorrow on
100%. Yeah, no, I like that.
Friday's WTF day. For my man Chris Golick, I am the other guy. I am Tony Cardasco. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you soon right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Please take care.